Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kat Timpf Show. Today, my guest, Andrew Shulz. Is it Schulz? Because there's no T. Like, how do you...
It's Schulz, but like, Mozart is...
Mozart.
It's Mozart, right?
Yeah.
So the Z is kind of like a T. Fuck. It's annoying. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know. Everybody misspells the shit out of your name.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's not annoying that they misspell it because they're spelling it how they should spell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying that my family just didn't put a fucking T in it.
That is annoying. How are you doing? Thanks for coming on. I know you wanted us. I
really felt empathy from you right there.
Yeah, empathy. Because nobody wants to do this. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate it.
Do what?
I don't know, like
come
sitting.
Here?
Yeah.
I'm excited to come. I love talking shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I like talking to you. It's fun. Mm-hmm.
But I'm drinking a glass of vodka. You're drinking a glass of water. I feel like that's
bottled.
not. I feel like that's not
bottled.
Fair. Do you never drink when you do podcasts?
The good shit.
You don't
I don't drink before I do anything.
You don't? I mean, I'm not getting like hammered. I have like one drink. But you're gonna drink before you watch a debate?
I'm not judging you.
No, I know. You're gonna drink before you watch the debate?
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not really a drinker?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, I'll drink if I go out and party, but I don't like drinking before I do anything that could potentially that I would be potentially nervous for because I don't want like a crutch.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like if I imagine if I drank, that's every time before I went on the news, I'd probably be way better.
Do you drink before you go on?
No, never have.
Never, okay.
Never have. Even like when I co-hosted the New Year's Eve show, I didn't drink until like after
That's good.
midnight.
You shouldn't. You got to deal with those fears.
Absolutely. I was terrified to like co-host a live show, and I was like, are you sure? Like, I've worked here for less than a year, and like, why am I doing this? But if
they believe in you.
Yeah, but if I would have drank, like, I'm sure I would have been awesome. But then I would have just had to drink once I knew that.
That's the problem. We all know we're going to be better when we drink because we're not as worried. We're not as concerned.
Exactly.
But I don't want to be better.
No, I don't want to like feel like I need to drink champagne before Fox and Friends at 6 in the morning. That's
I did a show drunk once, stand-up show, or maybe twice I've done it, and both times it was so much fun. It was more fun. Like the part of stand-up I hate is the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like the introduction, like I got to get them on my level and get them to understand my views, and this might be a little bit wild for them, so I got to like butter them up and warm them. Like the foreplay of stand-up, those first 3 minutes, I just fucking hate.
Yeah.
But when you're drunk, you don't give a fuck how they feel.
No.
And they start to understand that you don't give a fuck how they feel.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, we're here,
And you would really enjoy the attention. Like, whenever I'm drunk, I'm like, and another thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't care. And I'm like, this is, of course, how it should be a home of people listening to me.
For sure.
But, yeah, I couldn't, because then I was just drinking every night. So I stopped, like, drinking before like, maybe, like, a beer. But that's not really, like,
that is interesting.
Getting wasted.
I was doing shows in Boston, like I said to you before we did this podcast, and I had a moment on stage. Like sometimes you have like self-reflective moments, and I had that moment on stage. Like, this is interesting. I'm just talking to this, hundreds so odd people, and they're just not talking. And I feel like this is totally reasonable.
Yeah, and not only that, but if they start talking, you're like, fuck you.
Like, you dick.
Fuck you. How dare you? This is my time.
I yell at your face. You don't do anything when I yell.
Absolutely. Boston. Yeah, so, I mean, do you think it's going to be possible to have sex again without thinking about Donald Trump? Because the grabber and the pussy.
I just want to know how you grab a pussy.
I mean...
Have you ever had your pussy grabbed?
I mean, it's like you grab a pussy.
I finger pussies. I put my
But
dick
like,
in
what's
pussies,
grab? I mean, yeah, no, I don't know. I'd be like, it'd have to be pretty disgusting.
That's what I'm thinking. This is just a fucking...
I feel like it'd have to be a pretty disgusting situation to be able to grab on it. Like,
it's a
really
weird, like, how much dangle do you have the, what is it, the jellyfish?
Yeah.
It's like scooping up a jellyfish and holding it.
Yeah. I feel like it'd have to be like a Duggar vagina. I don't know.
What's a Duggar
just
vagina?
Like have like the Duggars who had like 19 kids. Does that affect your vagina? I don't know.
Having a lot of kids?
Like 20 kids. Eventually does it just start to
hang out?
To hang.
Does it go inside out?
I have no idea. I've had 0 children. I really don't know.
But you do know about vaginas.
I mean, I have one. But I'm just saying.
Inside jokes between me and Kat. Inside jokes between me and Kat.
I will kill you, or like you might destroy me one of these days.
Probably.
But
okay.
I don't know.
So this thing about girls' vaginas getting crazier. But when you have a kid, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Your butthole opens up too.
Yeah, I heard people like shit when they have kids.
Well, yeah, because of all the pushing, obviously.
Right.
Right. I mean, sometimes when you're shitting, you pee.
Mm-hmm.
because you're pushing out the
Right.
shit, and then the pee comes
That makes
out.
sense.
So if a baby's coming out, probably some doo-doo is going to come out
That's
too.
probably true.
But then doesn't the vagina rip until the butthole sometimes?
Yeah, it does.
And then they got to sew it back.
They gotta,
Right?
Yeah.
So here's my thinking. It's like, do you think that, is there, a guy who's there with the doctor, throw a couple extra stitches?
Maybe.
Could you make the vagina
tighter
that?
after having a kid?
I'm just saying,
That's
it
interesting.
seems like a logical thing to do. Like girls who go get a breast reduction,
Yeah.
they'll often get a lift
Mm-hmm.
with it, right? While
Why
you're
not?
already there, you
Why
might as
not?
well make them perfect if you're going to take a little out. You're not going to just
Mhm.
leave them deflated or wherever they go.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they do that with the vagina. I would definitely
Perhaps.
say that. If I was a woman, I'd be like, yeah, fucking tighten it up.
Yeah,
Here we
why
go.
not? I mean,
21.
while you're in there, why not? Absolutely. I
Bring
agree
me
with
back.
you.
Throwback
Bring me
Thursday.
back before this. Boobs, man. I went to LA and everybody had the same boobs except
Everybody
for me.
looks exact.
They had the
except
same.
for you.
I went there and I was like, I forgot to get a boob job before I came out
Do
here.
you feel like you want a boob job?
No, man, because you
Don't
gotta
get
take
a boob
2
job.
weeks off. I just don't even have the time. It's just not even an issue.
But if
Hell
you have
yeah,
the
I got
time-
small boobs. I just rock them.
Yeah.
I have small boobs. I wear giant padded bras, so certain dresses will fit me. I'm 3/4 bra right now. If you can see, it's
What are
a lot of
you?
bra.
Yeah, the bra is just moving around.
Yeah.
What, are you like an A?
No, I'm like a B.
You're a
low,
B.
like a low B. Depending how much weight I gained in college, I was 30 pounds heavier. I had a very different body. I had C's.
I think you should do that. I think you should just get thick.
Yeah, I mean, I was thick. I had C's and my
Because
butt.
you got a little ass on you for.
Yes,
Here's
I
the
do.
thing I've noticed about you. You got a little ass on you for
Yes.
how skinny you are.
I do.
You're actually built properly.
Mm-hmm.
You're built well. You're just very skinny.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the Adderall.
I
or
do
just
take Adderall
no
every day.
sleeping.
Yeah, and I don't sleep very much.
And a lot of vape pen.
A lot of fucking vaping.
How many of your calories are just smoke?
Smoke, there's no calories. It does suppress my appetite.
It suppresses the appetite. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking you go off the vape pen. Excuse me, sorry. You
Mhm.
go off the vape pen. I think we go straight carbs with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like a real Wisconsin diet.
Chili
right?
cheese fry tits.
Fucking curds. Only curds. You can only have things that have been curdled, right? And I think we add another, maybe 15.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was in college. And, I couldn't wear jeans.
What do you mean?
Because, my waist was, small, but it was just
Can I
my...
see what you look like in college?
I can
think
show you.
I like this cat. Yeah. This is the cat I've been waiting for. Let me see this.
I never have had a belly, but I've always had, I had C cups and, a big butt.
Cat, show me the pictures
I'm
right
gonna
now so
try
I
to
can start
find one.
sexually harassing old you.
Sexually harassing 19-year-old Timpf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of I don't eat as much because I'm busier. In
Yeah.
college, I just kind of laid around and ate mashed potatoes and drank Natty Light.
So I like lazy chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
and
body
I
I
had
like.
my butt's always way too big for the rest. My arms still look like this. I will look for it
right
for
now.
you.
Yeah, because you're built right. I thought about this when we're doing the Gutfeld show sometimes. I'll see you and I'm like, she got a little ass on it. I wonder if she would hold weight well.
Yeah, I do.
I think you do hold weight well. Yeah.
I do, but now it's I'm so used to being a size 0 that I don't know.
Let's bring you up to a what? Like a 2 or 4?
I went from a double. Recently, my butt's gotten bigger. I went from a 0 to a double 0 to 0 to a 0 to a 2. And I used to be a 4.
Let's bring you back to a 4.
Back to a 4.
I think a 4 is a good
I feel as long as you don't have a belly, I think when it's bad is when your belly extends beyond your boobs. That's when it's kind of gross.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I don't gain weight that way.
But what I'm saying is if the weight just goes into your ass and
Yeah, it
tits,
does. Yeah. Mostly my butt.
you're an asshole for not eating. Your body is built for you to consume food. There are these chicks out there that are doing 4 cycle classes a week,
Mhm.
everything they can to literally be what you are if you just eat naturally.
I just eat. I do cycling once every 2 weeks, but I hate it.
Yeah, of course
It's
you
miserable.
do. Yeah.
I don't like to be uncomfortable. You know?
You're in the most uncomfortable position right now as you tell me that.
What do you mean? Holding up this
You are
VOD?
literally holding up your arm at a 90-degree angle.
See, my arms
with
are
a glass
so
of
my
vodka
arms
in
are
it.
so skinny. It's but people on the news, they see me from the waist up and they think
Mhm.
I'm super skinny. I'm not that skinny.
You are
I'm
though.
the waist down. I've got
You have
hips.
strong legs.
I do have strong legs.
Yeah. But were you an athlete?
Never. I sucked at sports so bad.
You never ran?
No, ever. I mean, I used to bike for transportation.
No. I could see maybe track. I could see a track thing going on.
No.
Not with your demeanor or attitude or voice,
Yeah.
but just with your lower body.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm even looking at myself, I'm oh, this is me when I'm 5 more pounds.
Let me see.
This is not that long ago. This is 2013. This is me with 5 more pounds than I have now. That skirt doesn't fit me anymore. It's too big.
Wait a minute. I mean, I don't even know if that's you.
That's me.
But I think I need to see. I don't like the outfit.
No, me neither.
What it comes down to.
It's like a work outfit.
Um.
Back when I did more stand-up. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, man. And then it's like I gained weight, and then like on Twitter, people are like, "Did you gain weight?" I'm like, "Yes."
Are they that?
Oh, absolutely. I gained 5 pounds in LA, and everybody was noticing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, do I look bad though? I don't think I look bad. But I don't know.
You're not numb to the Twitter reactions yet?
I am. I kind of am, but at the same time, it's just like, it does matter. Anybody, like, how your body looks, if you work in TV, obviously it matters. Like, you can't say it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe if you're like the best ever and like you're already super established, if I were like 40, I can probably gain weight, but I mean, I still could probably gain weight, but
how much weight do you think you can gain before it affects you? That's the question.
I could probably gain 10 more pounds.
You think at 15, Fox would step in and be like, "Hey, get it."
They would never like step in. It would just be more like people. I feel like people would care that were like watching. Like they would notice. I mean, at this like, it's never like I've never been told to lose weight, like ever. And I've heard of anybody being told to lose weight, except like rumors in the media. But I've never heard of anybody being told to lose weight. It's just more like. That's kind of how I want to look.
Right.
I'm still looking for like pictures of me. Like it's like funny. It's like I'm watching myself get fatter as I move further into the past, and I'm watching my butt grow as I'm like, this looks almost unnatural.
Let me see.
This one looks like almost. I'm doing a puppet show for a room full of gay men, by the way, after brunch. So when I lived in D.C., I lived in a house full of gay men.
A little ass on you.
Yeah, I mean that's bigger.
You.
That's
I
me
need to
with
see
like
the throwbacks.
Oh man, the throwbacks are a little. I'm still looking.
Don't worry about it. Let's talk about rape culture.
Let's talk about rape. So you want to know what rape culture is?
Yeah, everybody's giving me shit online.
What are they giving you shit for?
Well, God, I don't even know where it started. I'm always getting shit for something. What did I say? Oh yeah, a guy who has a podcast called Tax Season. His name is Tax Stone. And he goes, "What is rape culture?" And then I said, "When you're a man and you walk outside."
What?
That's rape culture.
What are you talking about?
Just being a guy, I feel like, is rape culture.
How? What? But what does that mean? Because that's ridiculous.
Well, I was being facetious, but I was saying that everything essentially
you do is rape culture.
Now, if you're a guy, yeah.
I feel like rape culture is.
Well, what is it first, and then tell me how you feel. Let's define it.
It's just kind of like how men are always trying to bone women.
That's not rape culture. That's called life.
And here's the thing.
That's called being an animal.
I like being pursued. Like
but
I'm not gonna.
Let's just define this because I think you're not defining rape culture right. You're saying a guy trying to sleep with a woman is rape culture.
That's what people are saying now. Yeah.
But that's absurd. That's our job to fuck you. If we don't fuck you, there's no more humans.
Well, we're right. The thing. Okay, so like people are saying, rape culture is technically like where rape is pervasive and it's normalized. And if somebody rapes somebody.
Okay, can I ask something real quick?
Yes.
Isn't it more normalizing of rape to make everything seem like fucking rape?
I understand
like,
that.
I think they're doing the opposite thing. Like I think you trivialize rape when you go. This is my feeling. I think that they're piggybacking on the word rape, right?
I agree with
the
that.
The severity of the word rape, which is a woman getting in a fucking alley, getting the shit kicked out of her,
I
literally
agree.
almost killed practically, and then had sex with, right? And then you're comparing that to a guy that sees a girl in the street and goes, "Hey, smile."
Yeah.
When those are under the same umbrella, I have a problem with that because
I agree with you.
I know people who've been raped. So to me, you're belittling their experience when you compare it to some like inconvenient thing that you deal with on the street.
I agree with you. And I do also think, and this is going to be a crazy thing to say, that like men and women are biologically generally wired differently. Like
course.
All men are predators. But like that's
yeah.
So I think but it's like I don't like I want to be pursued.
There's a reason we hunted the animals and you picked the berries. You could have come with us.
Yeah.
You really think back in the day that we were oppressing you into picking the berries?
No.
Like thousands of years ago? You think it was that hard a decision?
I think it's biologically different. Like I'm not going to go after a dude. Like I want I've had so even, like in New York City, like people like are complaining about, this guy's creepy. He bought me a drink. And I want people to buy me a drink. I want to be hit on. And if I'm not into it, I have no problem being like, haha, fuck off.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that's happening right now.
Right.
Is that we are, and this is the most patronizing thing that I think that we can do to women possibly right now, is not hold women accountable for their actions. We literally treat women like retards.
Okay, so you know about affirmative consent.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the most patronizing thing ever.
Well, explain that because people might not know.
Yeah. If no means no is not enough, there has to be a yes. You have to assume that if she doesn't say anything, that she doesn't, which it means that women are so stupid and so scared that they will literally allow themselves to be raped rather than say no.
And you know what? There probably have been women in that situation. Now, the vast majority of sexual situations, right? In my personal opinion, I think if we think women are equals, we have to hold them accountable for their actions.
I agree.
And part of holding them accountable means holding them accountable to say no.
I think the message we should be spreading is, instead of saying, oh, it's not your say no. It's cool to say no. I've told you, I've never had a one night stand.
Yeah.
I've tried.
And
but I've left men in cabs. I've been like, look, I'm just going to go home and you can take this cab. Or
Perfect.
I've left them on the subway.
Yes.
I've brought guys home and then I've said, you got to go.
Yes.
I don't want to do this.
Perfect.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
And it's fine to do that because I wasn't comfortable doing that.
You should
It's not like, oh,
absolutely
he's
do
here. Guess I got to bang him now. Ladies, no, you absolutely don't.
Exactly. And the girls that do feel like, oh, he's here, I got to bang him, you're the issue. You okay?
I know, I just spilled the drink on myself a little
yeah.
bit. I have shaky hands from all the vape. Look at this.
Oh no, I shake too. We're on the same page. But what I'm saying is, you're the problem, not him, because he doesn't know he's raping you.
He doesn't know that you don't want to do it.
It's
How
literally
would he know?
it's literally like the relationship hack joke where the girl is upset and the guy goes, "What are you upset about? If you don't know, then you're the fucking problem."
Right.
It's this. It's like you have to give the guy that you're with the decency of telling him no. Do you even feel comfortable letting him potentially rape? It's just if this guy has no clue, you know how frightening that is for a man. You know how scared that is. Like literally, I'm at a wedding and this girl was a little drunk. This was like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, nope. She is throwing at me. She's grabbing my dick, which is very interesting because grabbing pussies are wrong. But this girl was grabbing my dick while we were dancing, and at no point in time did I feel like she was a misogynist. I don't know. What is it? What is it when you hate men and you're a girl?
I don't even know. I think it doesn't matter.
Other equivalent of misogynist is, right? But she was drunk, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit, because when women are drunk and a man is drunk, it's still rape.
That happens all the time in colleges.
Can someone explain why I'm not being raped if we're both drunk?
Just because you're a man.
Isn't that the exact thing that we're fighting against?
Yeah.
Right?
Look,
we're fighting for
with you.
equal treatment. If you want equal treatment, why is it I'm the only one that gets held accountable for my intoxication? I think it's so patronizing to women to look at women like, oh, women can't handle themselves.
I'm somebody all the time
drunk.
been like, no, and I've like thrown people, like I said, I'll throw people out. I've been like, no, I don't want, and it's it's uncomfortable, but I'm not gonna have sex with somebody I don't want to have sex with.
Life is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Why are we? This is the problem. We are so afraid of discomfort now, right? Like if a guy tells you to smile on the street. Oh my God, I'm being fucking, what is it? Assaulted. That's the street harassment.
We'll call everything assault.
It's inconvenient. Okay, when a guy says anything about a woman, he's mansplaining. It's like all we're doing is creating terminology. We're creating words to deal with discomfort, or no, to avoid discomfort. When that's something that we should deal with. And change takes discomfort.
In an ideal world, men would know this and be like, are you okay? Are you okay? But at the same time, that's like not hot.
Hold on, it's not attractive at all. Are you okay?
I've never had sex with somebody who's like, are you still want it? Like, I'm almost like, yeah, dude, I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah, let's go.
How about you just see me as a fellow human being?
I'm on top. If you're a girl bouncing on the dick, he doesn't have to ask you, is this what you want to do?
Right. I mean, you would think, but it just gets to the point now where it's like, oh, God.
It is a turn on. I've had a girl ask me, are you liking it? Do you really like it? Is this good for you? She kept asking me, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's weird. Like, stop.
I had a guy once, we were like making out and whatever, and I was into it. And he was like, Can I
touch your titty?
Can I touch your vagina? And I was like, no, you can't. I said, now you can't.
Honestly,
and that sounds awful,
no,
but
good for you.
But because he was trying to be nice, but I was like, this is not hot.
No.
Like, at what point does it
Listen, I'm telling you, Kat, women are creating a type of man that they are not attracted to, and they don't realize it. These 20-year-olds right now, there are probably 20-year-olds listening to this podcast right now, 20-year-old males are pathetic.
Yes.
They're fucking pathetic.
Even older than that.
What age do men start to be pathetic? I'm 32. I'm about to be 33. My generation, we still got
I
it.
think people below 30.
It is
I think
sad.
25 is when it starts to get really bad. But like at this point, I'm not really even interested in anybody below 30 for very many reasons. And I'm 27.
And okay, so you're a little bit older, but I'm telling you, I see that from girls that are 20 years old. I see that from girls who are like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. They refuse to date guys their age, right? And they I don't want to say go after, but they hit on guys my age. And I'm like, you're so young. Like, why? Like, aren't you into guys? They're like, no, they're just so.
Yeah.
They're just so And I was like, I get it. We've created these pussy ass dudes, and they're doing it, I think, out of respect for women's wishes. But in reality, I don't think women will be attracted to that shit.
No, I mean, I've dated guys as old as like 50.
Really?
Gone out on dates, and never like a boyfriend or anything like that.
Sexual?
But maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've never been treated with more respect.
And they'll put you in an Uber home that's not a fucking Uber pool.
They do. There
are guys that put Uber pool.
They'll come pick me up. Oh, you shut up.
There are guys that will Uber pool girls home. That is a real thing that happens.
Really?
Yes. Oh, I got you an Uber. And then 3 minutes later, there's a fucking stranger in the same car as her going back to her house.
That's disgusting.
But this is the world. Hey, this is the world that we created.
I've had, all the older, because I've dated, older guys. I've also, all the older guys I've ever dated, they do, like, come pick me up, like send me a car or send me home. They'll make sure I'm good, like take me out to dinner.
Yeah.
They would never even try to like hook up with me without taking me out to dinner.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is that now?
Or at least to drinks.
Or to drink, or something like that. Yeah. Like I said, I've never hooked up with somebody that I wasn't like.
They also have opinions about the world. Like you can get into interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like these young kids. Look, and maybe when I was young, I didn't really understand that much about the world, so I can't hold you to that standard. But when you get a little bit older, you use a little bit more logic, you use a little more reason. You actually start to create an idea of how you feel about the world. You have an opinion on the world, and the world bounces off of you, and you bounce off the world. And that creates interesting discussion, right? Even if you disagree with somebody, there's interest in POV. It's like, oh, I feel differently than you about this. Tell me
and
why.
that's interesting.
That's what convo is supposed to be.
Exactly.
If we agree, why are we talking?
Absolutely. I mean, also, it's just... now people don't have opinions because they're like, I want to understand is your opinion, is this okay that I feel this, or is this okay that I feel that? Nobody wants to spar anymore. I've gotten into very satisfying arguments with people that are older than me and that I've dated, which I love to do. I can handle my own shit.
Yes.
Like I know what I'm talking about.
Because you have a strong foundation in your beliefs. And what happens is, I've noticed it right now. There's this like we have ghettoized thinking, not ghetto in terms of hood shit, but like ghetto in terms of like the European ghettos. Like back in the day, they have Jews over here, Muslims over here, these different groups. So you basically, and I almost blame the internet, but you just surround yourself with people who agree with you, right? And you just Google the shit that confirms your beliefs, and you only know your knowledge, right? You don't ever spar, as you say. Mm-hmm. So when you meet somebody who has a difference of opinion, and immediately they have something to counter your point, and you don't even know their point because you haven't even indulged in it.
That's happening on college campuses.
Of course.
People, it's like they only hear it. It hurts the kids that have the, like, I don't want to say liberal, because like socially I'm liberal as fuck.
Yeah. Like
I am no judges. I'm an atheist.
Sure.
I don't care sexually what you do. I don't care, because you better not care what I do. Like I'm very, very no judges. Yeah. Pro gay rights. I have like a lesbian aunt when her and her partner have 2 kids, and it's all beautiful.
They're cool, yeah.
But it's like if you're not liberal in the traditional sense, if you're not like one of these social justice people, you don't, because the safe space thing, you don't hear the other point of view, and you don't know how to argue against it because you've never heard it before.
And so they get incredibly defensive, and then when you bring up a completely reasonable or rational argument, they freak out. And then they use those buzzwords. Oh, the patriarchy. Oh, the mansplain. Oh, right? All these words just mean shut up.
Yeah.
You don't talk because my world is crumbling around me. It's Inception. Remember when the dream starts to get shaky in Inception and people start killing each other, etc.? That's what happens in their brain because they don't. There's no foundation.
Absolutely.
You actually research what you think.
Yeah.
So
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And let's hold people accountable. The same way we want girls to say no, let's make sure these people, these liberal, super liberal, left college kids know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. And they should know what they're talking about. And just the culture of just like, I don't know, man. It's hard to have like an honest relationship in like so many ways.
What
Like I don't listen to any. I don't know. Like I text somebody as much as I want to text them.
Give me an example.
If I want, like, I don't worry about like texting first or this or that. I just
just
don't care.
Fucking text.
Just do it. Just like text. There's like so many times where people be like, "Oh, we have to wait." Like, and I'm like, if I have something to say, I'm like gonna say it.
Say it and then say it 4 times in a row.
I don't give a shit. And if you're not cool with that, then like whatever. I'm a texter. I like to text.
Why would you set a unrealistic expectation for yourself with a person that you're trying to build with? You know, like, why would I set this expectation as a 1 text per day girl?
Right.
If
I'm not.
I know I'm a 40 text per day
I'm a
girl.
40 text per day girl. And then it's like, what? Then all of a sudden it comes out of the woodwork and the dude's like, what the fuck? And then and all these girls are like, why didn't it work out?
Because
I
you
started,
fucking lied.
I started texting him too much. I'm like, no, you weren't yourself in the beginning.
And this goes for guys too. Don't play the cool guy shit. Oh, I'm gonna message her a few days later, this, that, the other. If you're not cool, if you're a jealous, crazy lunatic, let that shit out the fucking box in the beginning, because there are girls that are okay with that.
Yeah.
And you want that girl.
Absolutely. And for me, like, I mean, I have confidence. Like, I've no shortage of people that want to like bone me. Like, it's not a problem. And if you can't handle, thank you. If you can't handle the fact that sometimes I will drink a little too much and send you a bunch of messages, I'm cool even if you don't respond. Like, if you can't respond, like, it's more for me. Like, I got shit to say. I mean, respond at some point. But you know,
need to get it out of your head.
But then you know what? Then like whatever. There's people that can put up with that. It could be worse. I could have, you know, I have qualities. I have positive qualities.
The most empowering thing that you'll learn, at least that I've learned in life when it comes to relationships, is if a girl doesn't like you for you being you, that is the best thing that can happen.
Yeah. Why is it the best?
Because now you don't have to deal with a person that doesn't like you for you being you.
Right.
Right? If you dislike me for something that's uncharacteristic of me, I get it. My bad. I'm going to apologize. But if I just text a lot and you're like, I don't really like guys that text a lot, it's like, well, thank you for telling me now. I didn't waste all my
Absolutely,
time.
I agree with that. Yeah, why waste like the fake 3 months where you're like, because I've been out to brunch with like people, guys or girls, and they're like, oh, she just texted me, but I'm not gonna.
A guy asked you out for brunch?
I'm not gonna. No, like just like friends.
Okay,
like a group of friends.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, well, I'm not gonna text them back because like I'm gonna make them wait. I'm like, fucking, like, you're an idiot. Yeah. You're everything that's wrong with the world.
You're building attraction off of neediness.
And yeah, absolutely.
Why would you want the foundation of your relationship
That's a good point.
to be neediness and acceptance? Why wouldn't you just text as much as possible and go, oh, I actually like conversation with this person?
Right. Exactly.
Your entire relationship is built off, does he like me? Does she like me? It's fear-based. Why would you want a fear-based relationship?
This girl's hanging around because I make her feel like shit, and like I don't care. So that's like the best way to attract an emotionally unhealthy person.
That's why I hate this this fucking pickup artist nonsense where like the whole thing is like you make girls feel shitty about themselves. Like you lower their self-esteem, so it's lower than yours, so they like you. It's like, well, if you think that you're good, you just got to hang out with her enough until she realizes that you're better than her.
Absolutely.
I don't know, you're better, but
or you guys are. It's more about compatibility. I mean, I in my opinion, I don't really know.
For me, it's a fucking time thing. Now, I understand there's a little trickery to get to the time. Right? You meet some stranger, there's walls up and that kind of stuff like that. I get it, but my feeling is just like, okay, let's just get to. It's like stand up. The first 3 minutes sucks. Let's just get to when we're hanging out with each other. That's how we'll be able to tell. You know what I mean? Like, let's just go meet up. Let's have a fucking drink. And I almost want that to be the beginning. All right, let's just meet up and have a drink. Let's cut all this nonsense.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, and you've had like long relationships.
Yeah, I like relationships.
Yeah, I know. I've had a couple too. Like, I've had long relationships.
How long?
My longest was 4 years, but that was like college age and beyond. And then
you had a fat ass.
I did.
Fat ass Timpf.
I did have the fattest ass.
Yo, let's text this guy. I want to ask him about it.
You can. He's been on the show before.
Really?
We're great friends now. We're like Jerry and Elaine.
I don't know what that is.
Like Seinfeld, like Jerry and Elaine.
Oh,
like
Jerry and Elaine.
We're like best friends, and we haven't hooked up in like 5 years. We're just like friends now.
That's great.
Probably because my ass strength. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe.
It is. I think we need to talk to him. I want to talk to this guy.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be down with that. We're buddies.
I want him to send me pictures of you back in the day.
I mean, we got him.
Did you send him a lot of nudes?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that
some pics.
I'm like trying to think we had those like the flip phone days, and like I don't think that was like a nude era. It was like It was more of like, just the text messages, you had to like buy them, like by text message or whatever. Like it was a lot different of a time. I had a phone that had like video and it was cool as shit, but like the video didn't actually show up on anything type of deal. But oh god, I mean, it's tough. What's your longest relationship?
4 years.
4 years, but it's like recent, right? Like not that long ago.
I
had a year and a half one a few years ago too.
Have you been in a relationship since I've known you?
When we did stand up together, I was getting into one, and that one ended up lasting for about a year and a half, and we broke up a year ago, like a year from last spring. We broke up, and I haven't had another official boyfriend since then. I've dated, but never like we are boyfriend and girlfriend and we're monogamous. I haven't had that for a year.
For as long as I've really known you.
Really known me, right.
Is there a correlation there?
I'm just waiting for you to be interested in me. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm just saying we put 15 pounds on you. We can make this happen. Okay, if it goes in the right places, Kat.
I am pretty hungry right now. I'm very hungry. I don't know, because it's hard for me to make that commitment, like especially because my life has changed so much. I mean, think about when I met you. My life has changed so much every year, like money wise, career wise, job wise.
What commitment?
Just like I've never been officially, like since a year ago, like last spring, I've not had like a boyfriend where it's like we're monogamous and we're together. So
is monogamy the commitment issue for you? Is it hard for you to just have one dick?
No, the thing is it's not, but it just is like, and there'll be people where I'm not like official with, where I'll end up just only having, hooking up with them anyway. But it's just like, I think it just adds something more to it, like pressure wise for me.
Yes.
Like, and then it's like if I'm not officially having to commit it, I kind of don't really want anything else. Sure. But as soon as it's like you can't have it, then it's more like, what else is out there that I'm missing?
Yeah. Or, you think about what else is out there.
I do.
I hone in on the things about that person that I might not want to live the rest of my life with.
Like what?
It could be anything, but it's like that's the pressure for me when we're hooking up, even if it's just say you and I, right? If there's no rules, right? At least I feel like, okay, I have this out. But when it's committed, it's just you and I. And that's it. Now I'm in this relationship. I got to start thinking about, okay, we're going to have kids. Is she going to be a good mom? How does she treat her cat?
Yeah.
Is that how she's going to treat her kids? Okay, she has this fucking thing. Like, I start getting into that stuff. It's like, well, do we really have fun? Is it an interesting experience being with her? Do we have good conversation? Will that translate? Will that grow? Will that fade? Like, I
do
really
the same
get
thing.
anxious. But it's so funny when there's no borders, when there's no barriers. I can appreciate somebody so much more. I'm not trying to say I want like a non polyamorous relationship or whatever, but when I don't have any, I guess, relationship duties, all of a sudden
you like the person way more.
I can focus on the things I love about you because that's the only thing I have to focus on.
Right?
Is oh my God, she's so funny, and oh my God, this person tells great stories, and da da da. Like it is the weirdest experience, but that has been my experience so far.
Absolutely. It's like, well, as soon as someone expects something of you, that's what I focus on. As soon as somebody's like, because I'll have a lot of guys, like if I am dating them, they'll be like jealous of like attention that I get from other guys just because like what my job is and like all that kind of stuff. Just even like, I mean, I'm surrounded by men. I mean, I work at Barstool.
Yeah, but I don't understand guys. I don't understand the jealousy.
I mean, I've dated a lot of guys who are very jealous.
But like, I don't get it. I don't get what they're jealous of. Like, just there's a guy next to you.
Knowing that I have other options in general, and then also just spending time around. Exactly. Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm not really a jealous person.
Explain. Like, are you interacting with these other people in like flirty ways?
I guess, and I mean.
Well, then you have to expect that. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying? Like, if
but
you're
that's part of my job too.
What, like, to flirt with guys?
I mean, I don't flirt on purpose.
Give me an example.
I don't even know. Like, I've been accused of it, but I don't flirt on purpose.
Give me an example, and I'll tell you if it's an accurate accusation or
I mean, but I don't even know an example.
Like, are you, like, tweeting, like, cutesy shit back and forth with guys?
What's cutesy? Smoochy faces?
Was it a kiss with the eye, with the heart?
I don't know.
Is that one? Yeah, you got it. Nah, you can't do that shit. If it's someone you know, you can't do that shit. If it's like a random Twitter person, you can do it. But if it's someone you work with constantly and you're doing
not
a kissy
work.
face.
I don't kissy face people I work with. But I don't know.
You understand the difference, right? It's like but this is an ego thing for guys, right? It's like, oh, there's another guy out there that thinks he could fuck my girl. I don't like that shit.
So it doesn't matter if you actually hook up with him or not. It's just like
it's
if they
the fact
think
that he thinks he could fuck my. Like when I'm walking down the street and I got my girl, and some guy looks at my girl, right? And he looks too long. Like I understand, like a little kind of move your head to the side, type of shit, right? But if you like stare at my girl while walking down the street, I gotta say something to you. I gotta be like, yo,
really.
Absolute. I don't wear sandals when I walk down the street with women. I feel because I think I might have to fight.
Yeah.
That's like how this is what guys think. I just want to let you know that's a realistic situation. That's like the protective instinct that we have, at least older men have with women. I refuse to wear sandals. I would, if I was going to, and my girl would be like, hey, you want to meet up for some coffee? And I would be out about to get coffee. I'd be like, all right, fine. And I'd go back and put on some sneakers and then do it.
That's
because some guy could look super disrespectfully, and the problem with the look is you dismiss me. When a guy just looks at my girl up and down while I'm walking next to her, he's being dismissive of me. So now I have to have words with this guy because he completely dismissed. He acted like I wasn't there.
What about like just on Twitter though? What if it's
Give
like
an example.
What if like you had a girlfriend and like somebody what if it was just like social media or like how much could a guy text like your girlfriend, like a male friend? How do you feel about like the male? I have a lot of male friends.
Why do you have male friends? For what?
I don't know. I just do.
But for why? Like why? You don't need that.
That's why I don't date.
But you don't need it. Like for what? Like I don't understand. For what?
But for why not?
Okay. Do you have male friends that you would have sex with?
I have male friends. I mean, not necessarily
that you work with, or that you.
Well, I used to do stand-up, so I have a lot of male friends from, like, stand-up.
Okay. Do these people want to have sex with you?
Probably.
So if...
Right? Don't they? Like, if they're my male friends, they want to have sex with me. Is that true?
Here's my question. If you know that there's a guy that is friends with you because he wants to have sex with you, and you continue to engage with that person...
Well, even, like, my ex-boyfriend, like, people get weird about...
wrong?
People get weird about that because we obviously have hooked up, seeing as we dated for 4 years.
See, that's...
But it's been 5 years, and there really is no attraction on either level. Like, he doesn't want to hook up with me.
I'd almost be more comfortable with that.
Yeah, like, but I have had guys get weird.
Yeah, but you guys could hook up.
Right.
But choose not to.
We don't want to.
Exactly. So that makes me even more comfortable. I'm like cool with that. I actually want to relate to this guy because I know all the annoying shit you do, and he does as well. And
exactly.
now we can actually talk about it. Like that guy be my best friend.
Right.
If we're dating.
And I like if I'm guys I've dated, we've all hung out, and they get weird about it, and I'm like, no, I'm bringing you in. And like he talks to me about girls he's dating. Like there's no attraction on either level.
Yeah.
We're just buddies.
But you have to understand how that might make certain people insecure if they're not going to think about the situation.
I guess, but like, how do I get him? Like that was like a big issue for a while. I mean,
look, it's. I remember I had a whole other girlfriend after the girlfriend that you asked me about, the 4 years one.
Yeah.
But I wasn't public about it at all.
Yeah.
Because public relationships are stupid. It's
I agree
just
with
added
that.
pressure. I'll never do that again, by the way.
Yeah, I thought that was really douchey when you had that public.
It was one of these things where it's like you have a really, kind of insecure girl. She needs constant validation that you love her, and that sometimes comes in the form of posting pictures on Instagram,
I don't do that.
I don't do public happy birthdays. I don't do any of that shit. If I want to wish you happy birthday, I'm gonna call you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on Instagram and go happy birthday to Kat Timpf. Like I have your number.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would I do that? Like
I know. Even when I dated a guy for a year and a half, there's was no acknowledgement of it on the internet.
That's the best because then there's no pressure from everyone else,
Absolutely.
right? And I think once you open it up to the internet, you open it up to embarrassment and male ego, right? Male ego, right, is everybody knows that you're my girl and you're out here giving smoochy faces, right? When nobody knows that you're his girl, you can give all the smoochy faces, right? Because
it's all about the ego. That's very all interesting.
Male ego.
Yeah.
All it is do I look stupid in front of my friends and other people that know me? That's all this shit is. Do I look like an asshole? Don't make me look like an asshole in public.
That's interesting. I also have a huge ego, though. Like, I'm a female, but man, is it big.
Good.
I mean, you can tell.
Sure.
I have a very big...
Are you jealous?
Do I get jealous? Yeah. But yeah, of course I do. Okay. I'm a Scorpio.
Like how?
Who are you texting? I've done something where a guy had a text message from a girl on the late night that I was sort of
clicking your
that I was sort of hanging
glass.
out with.
People can hear that.
And then so I looked her up on Facebook and I screenshotted a picture of her face and then I texted it to him. He was asleep, so that he would receive her message and then me texting him a picture of her face at the same time. And he was mad. I'm like, yo, that's funny as hell. Like, come on.
But how'd you know he was texting her?
Because his phone lit up when he was asleep.
Oh.
And I was like, who's? So I looked her up. I screenshotted her face. And then I texted him a picture of her face.
Was she cute?
That was the problem.
She wasn't.
Yeah, not as cute as me, but she was cute.
Oh, she was cute.
But not as cute as me. But that doesn't matter.
Well, he might find her more cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You never know.
It's
But
okay
if you
for
put,
mine.
7.5 pounds on.
I know. You're
You
making
might
me
not be
want to eat a
texting her.
pizza.
Good. I like this. I want to train you. I want to do Rocky.
Except just eating.
The opposite. Yeah.
And getting fatter.
Milkshakes.
Yeah, I haven't really eaten a lot today. All I had today is a sweet potato and ground turkey.
What?
It's not food.
No. It's just awful.
It's really bad. I'm really hungry.
Okay. Can we get back to this jealousy thing?
Yeah.
I just feel like if you experience jealousy, then maybe you can be understanding of what these guys go through.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
And just don't keep it public. Date older guys because they're going to be less jealous and they're going to kind of understand the situation a little bit more. And are you someone who's faithful?
Absolutely. I've never cheated.
So then what are they worried about?
That's my issue. Is I've cheated never, 0 times, not even college,
Here's the
never.
thing. You're the girl, you just need attention. So
yes,
so
I do
constant attention. So what's going to happen is at a party, you're going to be talking to guys. You're going to be kind of maybe life of the party, that kind of shit like that. And an insecure younger guy is going to see that, like, why you need to fucking flirt with everybody? It's not that you need to flirt with everybody. It's like you need people to listen to you so you feel like a person.
And like you don't want me to not talk to other guys because then I will be like outside your door like hi.
Exactly,
like you can't handle giving me all the attention that I need. I won't hook up with anybody else, but I do. You get it. I do exactly need that attention. But I've absolutely never cheated.
Yeah,
ever in my life.
It's very difficult for guys to date women like in entertainment a lot of times because a lot of women share that same thing that you have, which is this need for attention, validation. The guys, we have it, but it's accepted when guys have it. Right? When we do it, we're the life of the party. When a girl does it, you're a whore.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, I'm not boning these dudes. Exactly. I'm just like, hey, what's up? It's me.
But the difference is you could.
Of course.
And that is the insecurity that guys have, right? When there's a guy whose life of the party is funny, right? The girls are all looking like, I might fuck him.
Yeah.
But they're not like, I would fuck him right now this fucking second. Whereas every one of those guys that you're talking to, if you're like, yo, can I just suck your dick in the broom closet? You know what I mean? Like
they wouldn't be like, no.
Exactly. They'd be like, no, you're just the life of the party, Kat. We just want to hear your
keep
story.
It friends. Yeah.
So there's a little bit of heightened urgency for guys, if you will.
All right. Well, that makes sense. But at the same time, track record wise, I've never. If you are my boyfriend, you're my boyfriend, and I won't cheat on you.
See, that's what's important to me. See, if I know that about you, I'm okay with you getting this attention. One, because it's like, okay, this is just something she
makes
needs.
It easier on you.
Well, one, it's like, nah, I don't have to listen, right?
Right.
Two, it's more of like a self-esteem thing that I can relate to as a comic.
Right.
Right. And three, I feel secure knowing that as long as you get this, I have to do less work.
Exactly.
If I take that away from you,
it's going to be a nightmare.
You actually might cheat because you're searching for validation that I'm not going to give you.
Right. I'll have to do it on the down low rather than just like openly being like,
for real.
These are my buddies. They listen to me talk.
For real.
I enjoy it. And now I'm not messaging you 100 times a day.
Absolutely. And girls should listen to this shit too. If you have a guy who's like kind of like charming or like maybe flirting, that kind of stuff with other girls, if he does that shit, he's probably less likely to cheat.
Yeah. Because
he's getting that validation.
Every guy that I've known that has been a cheater is the shy, introspective type.
Yeah.
The shy, because the only way he knows how to get attention is like, here's my penis. Because he can't offer like he's too shy.
What if we need as humans a certain amount of validation from strangers per day or other people per day, right? And it's like, we need to be filled up to, let's say we need to be filled up to 10, right? And in the beginning of a relationship, you're at fucking 12, right? It's like, this person I really likes me back. That's awesome. And then eventually, let's be honest, it goes down to fucking 6.
Right.
Right? Because you're eventually turning into this friend that we fuck.
Exactly.
So I still need 4 validation points. Now, if you say I can't go out in the world and do that publicly, just as friends or casual conversation, I still need to get that somewhere. You're almost making me cheat.
Yeah.
Let me be charming so I don't have to ruin our relationship.
Exactly. And especially if you're like somebody like in entertainment, like comedian or like, me like working on TV. Like
Absolutely.
We go into this because we need the attention.
Absolutely.
We need constant attention. I talk for a living and I need to.
Yes. You need people who are listening.
I need it.
Unless he's willing to sit there and go, fucking have at it, Kat.
Whenever you want. Talk to me any time of night, because maybe he has work tomorrow and he can't text me at 3 a.m. I'll text my buddy and I'll be like, I thought of this funny thing and I'm interesting. I'm trying, and I need to do that or else I'm gonna resent you.
So
I will resent the fuck out of you, and I will be meaner to you than I would have been if you let me text somebody that I'm not gonna bang anyway, for fuck's sake.
That's the trick. We have to equate how we feel about sleeping with other women to how you feel about being listened to.
I need to be listened to.
So how we look at all these girls and we go, I want to have sex with all of them. You look at all these ears like, I want to.
I'm like, I bet you they would think I'm funny.
Exactly.
I bet you they would think I'm interesting.
Exactly.
And I need that because, especially because, like, you know, I am on the surface a very interesting person, but like once somebody gets to know me, I'm not so much of a mystery. I'm just like Kat, you know.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not. Like, is my job
this
interesting?
is that imposter theory.
Imposter syndrome. I think I have imposter syndrome.
Yeah, but that's like everybody has that. You'll get old. Once you're fucking 30, you'll get over that shit. You'll be like, oh, no, actually. Okay. You hang out with a lot of people who are also capable of being very interesting in short bursts.
Yes.
Right? You hang out with people on TV, in entertainment, you know, I guess podcasts, that kind of stuff. So they have shtick. Right. So a lot of times you're hanging out with shtick and it's very easy to feel like an imposter because you're like, oh my God, this person's probably like this and entertaining and charming all the time.
Right.
I can just do this for one TV show.
Right.
When in reality, no. It's shtick for them too. They're awkward and uncomfortable at times at home or when they're having dinner, etc. And you're just as entertaining and interesting as probably 95% of these people.
Right. Have you ever like hung out with like a bunch of comedians? You can just tell like those people that are just constantly trying out bits on you. It's the fucking worst. It's so bad.
And not even that part. It's the lack of listening.
Yeah.
Like they're like just never ask a question about you.
Mm-mm.
Like I know there are comedians that I don't get along with, right? That I'll keep nameless. They're like, I literally have said I fucking hate you. Like there's this girl who says she hates me. Has never asked a question about me in my entire life.
Right.
What do you hate? What do you hate?
Right, your social media presence. Exactly. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Just ask me, where's my mom from?
Mm-hmm,
you know what I mean? Like, but ask me some questions before you decide you hate me.
I know, it's ridiculous. I don't. It's tough, but. I'm gonna have to do an ad real quick.
Oh, you got ads. I got ads. Shit. Look at this.
I've got this coconut oil. Okay, I'm excited.
Can I just say something about this coconut oil?
Yeah.
It would be great to rub on your skin while we gain the 15 pounds for you, because it will stop the stretch marks.
I rub coconut oil on myself every day.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
That'd be a great ad for this company.
It is. That's what I'm saying right now. I am excited to introduce you to a line of beauty products that's as good at multitasking as you are. Coconut oil, very versatile. Mm-hmm. It has no sulfates, silicones, GMOs, parabens. They are made with 100% organic coconut oil. There's coconut shear oil, coconut balm, which I use on my feet. I have very soft feet. Coconut crush scrub. I'm wearing rain boots right now, so you can't tell. Okay. Coconut body glow. Coconut body glow. It's like shimmery, and I put it on my legs before I go on TV, and it makes them look shimmery. You can see my feet later, maybe. Okay. Original coconut melt also, which is like straight coconut oil, and I really rub it out of my body every time I get out of the shower. I have very soft skin.
That's good.
So you know what? Say aloha to the best skin and hair of your life with Kapari. Go to kaparibeauty.com/kat, K-A-T, as in me, to get 20% off your order. It's Kapari, K-O-P-A-R-I beauty.com/kat for 20% off.
And what you're trying to say, fellas, is if you want to buy your girl some shit.
No, it's great. It's great.
I know there's a lot of guys that listen to
this.
It is,
right? But it really is great. It really is. I really do use it.
Coconut oil. Okay?
I really do use it every single day. And I have very soft skin.
Great for anal.
Don't use coconut oil for that. You gotta use like lube for that.
I used olive oil the first time I tried.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was great. It was in Spain. I was like, this is very Spanish.
First time you had anal sex, you didn't have lube, and so she was just like, how'd you know this chick?
Want to try? It was I was like dating this girl at the time, who later became my girlfriend, and she was from Denmark, and she's like, do you want to try it in the butt? And I was like, hey, I'm with it. Yeah. And then she's like, do you have any lube? I was like, nah.
And you just carry it in your pocket.
And she's like, oh, maybe some olive oil? And I was like, yeah.
Is that safe for your butthole?
I mean, it's
Was your butthole okay?
What my she
Her
didn't fuck
butthole.
me. What are you talking
I
about?
said her butthole.
No, her butthole. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'd like to. I'd hope that I heard it a little.
No. Olive oil. Why do people want to lube then?
Your response is so funny.
I'm like, I don't even know. That's the patriarchy right there. Well, fuck their buttholes. Am I going to hurt their
I don't want to
buttholes?
slide right in.
Yeah.
I want a little
Well, maybe
bit
that's
of
her butthole then.
What?
Maybe it's like if it slid right in, maybe she had a huge butthole. Maybe
That's my
that's
point.
always a thing.
I would prefer that you would have an average side butthole, but it would still be a little bit difficult.
Right.
Right, for my ego. Again, we're coming back to ego. It's
right.
Just, it's a personal thing here. So even if it does slide in for you, what I would recommend you doing is just being like, oh, just take it easy.
Okay, we're not talking about my butthole right now.
Okay.
Do you understand if we mention any of my holes or my body at all, I get a million tweets
Is
that are
that
just
right?
awful.
Oh, good.
But I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'd rather have people wanting to have sex with me than people not wanting to have sex with me.
Can we see your feet?
No, not
the
right
people
now.
of Barstool want to see.
I mean, they're not going to see.
Do you have nice feet or no?
I don't think I do, but I get pedicures. Like I have soft feet. My toenails are always painted.
How do they go?
But they're like they're
The
all
toes.
similar lengths. They're kind of like
So you just have you look
flat.
like a Lego.
Yeah. Well, the big toe is
The
bigger.
pinky toe is just as long as the big
No,
toe?
the pinky toe is smaller.
So does it go down a little bit?
Yeah.
Are
A
you
little
sure?
bit.
Let me see. Just take it off. Let me see.
I'm not taking off.
Why not?
Do you
What's the
understand that
big
there's
deal?
so many people on the? I guess I can. I guess I can take my shoes off.
Come on, you can take one off. You don't have to take
exactly,
both,
exactly. I mean, I think my feet look kind of like fat girls' feet.
Can I be the judge of this?
Yeah,
I
mean,
just
they look
want to
like,
see if they'll be sturdy enough for the next 15 pounds that we're
these
gonna
are
put on
like,
you.
yeah, I have
Let me
very
see.
sturdy feet.
You have a nice foot. What are you talking about? Ugly foot. You got
You think
a
I'm a nice-
beautiful foot. Are you kidding me? Put it back.
Beautiful.
Put it on the ground. Stop doing this thing where you. This is a gorgeous foot, Kat. Kat, I like feet.
Oh, you do?
I don't. I hate the stigma that it means I want to fuck them. I think eyes are pretty. I don't want to fuck your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that makes sense.
So it's I just think it's a very pretty part of the body.
Okay.
And I think when it's not pretty,
It's grotesque.
it's grotesque. So it's more of a don't have fucked up feet than have nice
I agree.
feet.
I don't even know what good feet is, but I know about. Yeah, I mean, I take care of my feet.
Can I see the arch?
Yeah, I have a nice arch there.
See, you knew you had a nice
I do
arch.
have a nice arch.
But this is what I want you to be careful of. With the heels, don't go that I don't want a bunion to occur right there.
Right.
You see the big toe right there? You
Right.
see what's happening? You got a little bump almost.
No, I don't. It's smooth though.
But
It's very smooth.
I want you to be careful. Make sure you get the heels the right size. Don't squeeze the toes.
I do.
Because you
I
got
don't
a
have-
great foot right there. I don't want Fox to fuck it up with
Right,
these big ass heels.
Right,
that you
I
have
don't
for-
have a bunion, but I do have a large curve
That's
around
fine.
my
Don't-
toe.
The curve is fine. We're talking about this.
You're talking about bunion prevention.
Come on, give me the foot.
It's right here.
Give me the fucking foot.
He's touching my
This
feet.
one right here.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna worry about.
Oh, yeah. I
That's what we're gonna
see.
worry about, okay?
Because it's I do have a big foot knuckle.
it's just.
But I pretty much only wear heels, honestly, on the air. Because
Okay.
I do want to take care of my feet.
Your other. What do you wear? What color do you have?
I wear
Those are
boots.
fine.
I'm wearing
Just
rain boots right now because it's raining.
Nothing where the shoe comes to a point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nothing
I
where
don't.
the shoe comes to
I
a
don't
point
wear
and
that
it
ever.
pushes them
I
together.
keep my heels at work because I like to have nice feet. I like to take care of my feet. I'm not going to be trudging to the
I can't
subway
believe
with
you
heels
thought you
on.
had fat girl feet. This
I don't
is
know.
you have foot dysmorphia.
I guess I do.
You have great feet. At
Thank
least
you.
that one. The other one could be fucked. I don't know what the other one looks like. I'm like that. I have one foot that's fucked. The other one's
What do
kinda
you
nice.
mean?
My left foot's a little fucked.
How's it fucked?
I have a bunion on my left foot. I played sports my whole life growing up.
So that's why you're worried about. You're looking and seeing where I could potentially get a bunion.
I know about these things.
Yeah.
I think about.
I've never
breeding
had a
when it
bunion.
comes
I've
to
never
women.
had a bunion.
Say again.
I've never had a bunion.
That we'll get into one if you don't watch it. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm being serious.
My big, because it's a little bit of a knuckle.
Yes.
But I don't wear heel. I wear boots and
Yeah.
I wear sandals. I
And
don't.
go too small. Don't do the
No.
thing where you fit into the size. Make sure
Yeah.
you send me pictures of the stuff that you're gonna get, and I'll make sure it's okay with you. We'll get you the right sneakers. I don't want you in any Converse. Converse are too skinny for you.
Mhm.
Get the
Yeah, because
right
I do have
things.
wider feet.
You have a wide, but it's not. I don't want people to think that you have this fat, wide foot. You have a nice, delicate foot, sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna worry about the bunion.
I don't have a
You
bunion.
don't have a bunion, but it's pre-bunion.
What does that mean?
It's like when you're pre-diabetic. It's like you gotta watch your carbs.
Yeah, I don't even know what pre-bunion means.
Well, what do you think it could mean?
I have no idea.
It means it could.
I've
develop,
never had
it
a
could
bunion.
develop into bunion,
Just based
or
on the
not.
shape of my foot.
No. Your foot wasn't always like that. That's punishment. You're given a little bit of punishment. It's a sign.
Yeah, but it's not it doesn't have a mark. It's not like a.
You're talking to a specialist.
But
right
what?
here.
Yeah, I don't
You're
understand what
talking to a
pre-bunion
specialist.
means.
What I mean is, do you want me to show you again? Bring the foot up.
Okay. Well, I had to put my shoe back on, Andrew.
Forget it. We'll talk about it afterwards. But this has been Foot Talk with Andrew, and you make sure you rub some coconut oil.
I do. I rub coconut oil on my feet every night.
Okay, that's good.
And that's why, I do have nice feet. And I get pedicures. Why not get pedicures? They're not expensive, especially when I'm in New York and I see someone with nasty feet.
How much is a pedicure?
Like $20.
I would pay for that for you.
And I get pedicures
I'd get you a
like
pedicure.
once every a week or 2 weeks.
Hey, go get yourself a pedicure, babe.
You want me to videotape it?
Hey, babe. No, I don't actually want to ever see it. It's like how the sausage gets made thing. Like, I'd rather just see it done. I don't want to see it.
I get them all the time. It's nice. It's a nice thing to have someone touch your feet.
It's a luxury for $20.
Yeah.
Why would you not do that? I actually believe that I don't believe in chivalry if a girl doesn't have her toenails painted.
Yeah, why would you have nasty toenails? I don't understand. I'm very busy. You have time to like take care of your feet. Because if you're going to get naked with somebody, they're going to see your feet and they're going to look at your feet.
Absolutely.
And if you have like jagged toe, like I've seen like, have you ever like been with like a really hot girl and she has nasty feet?
Yes.
And like that affects you.
It in a very large way.
Yeah. I don't think that's weird. I think that's normal.
Absolutely. It's just a logical thing. It's a listen, I think that what men are expected to do in 2016 hasn't changed that much than what we were expected to do maybe in 1950. What women are expected to do in 2016 has changed a lot from 1950. All you got to do is paint your toenails. It's not that, you don't have to fucking cook and clean or any of that shit anymore. Just paint your toenails.
And put some moisturizer on them. You don't want to be like laying in bed and be barefoot and have scratchy like heels and like scratchy toes. It's not that hard.
It's so worth, because think about what you get. I'm going to protect you just because you're a woman, right? I'm going to physically fight somebody if they're disrespectful to you, and so will like 5 other guys on the street will come to your aid without even knowing you, just because some guy was rude to you and maybe put his hand on you. We'll beat the fucking shit out of him. Paint your toenails.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's nice.
Just paint your face.
You can have someone else do it for you for $20 too.
And then you get bodyguards everywhere you go.
I love being a woman.
You should.
I love being a woman.
Hey, I always say it's the best. Men are turning into women. That's how good it is.
That's a good point.
Because that doesn't happen in Saudi Arabia.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it happens anywhere in the world where it's shitty to be a woman. Like, I don't think men in Saudi Arabia, even if they are trans, I don't think they're looking at women in a fucking garbage bag that aren't allowed to have opinions or even go outside at night and go, I feel like that. That's who I am on the inside of my body. They don't even conceptualize the idea of it because women have such a shitty existence out there. But here, being a woman seems pretty fucking cool.
I love it. People who don't like being women are unattractive women.
Say that again, because it's very important.
Women. The women that don't, and it's not like something that's thrust upon them. The women that don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
They're women who don't get pedicures.
Yeah.
Or like even bother to paint their toenails.
Yeah.
Or who allow themselves to become obese.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be an obese chick.
No, that'd be the worst.
I wouldn't want to be one of these chicks that for some fucking reason shaves the side of her fucking head for no reason.
Actually, that's kind of hot sometimes.
Okay. I don't know why women do that. Well, why do women have short hair? I don't know. Why do,
Fight the patriarchy.
It works for some people, I guess. But like, I think that a lot of this comes from women who, they're not hot. They don't take care of themselves. And it's like not like even hot's different to different people, but
sure. But it's not.
I think it comes with like,
it's really not.
It's not. But also just like, there's a large range where you can still be considered fuckable or hot. Like anything. A huge, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Women who are like the super radical feminists, they just don't take care of their bodies or themselves.
Yeah, it's a justification for their laziness.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Shave your armpits, get in the gym, eat a few less fucking pizzas every day. You'll
order one burrito instead of 2.
Yeah. You'll enjoy being a woman, dude. I honestly, my mom was owned a business. My dad worked for my mom. My mom was from Scotland. Stopped going to school at 15 years old. Came to America. Ended up buying fucking real estate. Like, she is the American dream, right? I didn't know it was shitty to be a woman until I was older.
Right, and I've never thought it was shitty. I love being a woman.
But consider that for a second. My whole life, I'm growing up thinking, oh shit, women can do anything. My dad works for my mom. My dad went to college.
Yeah.
My mom is the boss. My mom literally makes all the dope decisions and the risky decisions in the house. That was my idea of women until I got into like college, and then even after that with
my mom was a fucking badass too. My mom ran shit.
So like my expectation for women is high. So when how do I explain this? My point is, I didn't realize it was bad until people told me how bad it was. Until young women who have lived in the best time in history to be a woman
Right.
have told me how bad it is to be a woman.
Right.
Have you ever noticed that? Like
I have noticed that.
The youngest feminists are the ones that are most militant. About what? It's
About
the
what?
best time.
I mean, there are certain things, but like it is the best time, and I love it. I would never want to be a dude. It's better.
Yeah, if you're
I'm
hot.
having a bet. Right.
Yeah, until you're like,
When I get like
40.
45, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna jump off a
Yeah,
building.
when you're 40, but it's a balance, right? It's like you're a superhuman from probably 16 to, let's say 30. To be fair, right? An attractive woman from 16 to 30.
I'd say 35.
I'd say 28. So let's give you 30, right? You're a superhuman. I'm saying superhuman, right? Literally, you don't have to pay for things.
I look
can
younger, I
walk
think, so
into
I'm-
wherever you want. If a restaurant is closing and you walk in, they just open. If an ice cream store is closing, literally you could walk in and be like, "Do you have ice cream?" They're like, "Okay, here's some ice cream." Like you can change how the world works as an attractive woman for those years.
I'd say 35. I think
I
once you're
wouldn't.
like 36, 37, then it's like really, that's when it really drops off, which is why I plan to kill myself at 35.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You had a
I'll
good run.
I'll jump off. I'm gonna jump off a fucking building. I don't want to know what it's like to have to be accountable for my behavior, because right now I really don't have to be.
You don't have to. It's a pretty nice
it's pretty
existence.
nice.
Yeah.
God, we've been talking for a while.
How long does this go for?
I think we're done.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything you want to? This is gonna come out tomorrow. Is there anything you want to promote?
Oh
or
yes, actually, I'd love to
promote the shit out of it.
I have some shows. I do stand-up comedy, and I have some shows at Gotham Comedy Club this
Nice.
weekend, Friday and Saturday. So you can get tickets for that at GothamComedyClub.com. That's in New York City, and or you can get them at the Andrew Shulz with no T.com. And I would really love if everybody came out. I also have a podcast with Charlemagne the God. It's called The Brilliant Idiots.
Nice.
And we do that every week. So if
Why don't you have
check
me on
that
your
out.
podcast?
I would love to have you on my
Let's
podcast.
do it.
You know, I've asked you to be on my podcast.
No, you
before,
haven't.
but you're never
Let's
busy.
do it. Tell
You're
me
too
when.
busy.
Tell me when. We can talk about this later.
I'm trying to think of maybe not this week, but next week.
Let's do it. I'll be here. But thanks everybody for listening. Bye.